Problem number one, the point of view from which the passage can be told, best described as that of. First of all, it's kind of a big picture question, but let me show you what I did, all right? So first thing I did is I come over here, I subgenius map. Remember, our answer choices, you just simply underline the first thing that appears. Unidentified narrator, B, unidentified narrator, all right? Answer choice C and D says Runa and Runa. So is it somebody that's not identified, or is it Runa? Okay. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go in and we're going to just start hunting around. Let's go ahead and take a look. So I usually start at the top in paragraph number 1 and then kind of work my way down. So here we have a direct quote. It says, "My dad's planting on flowers in the backyard. She told Adam." All right. And if you look over here, you see that we see the word Runa. It's Thursday, Runa. Okay, so for sure you can't have this passage talk about Runa. That means answer choice C and answer choice D can be crossed out right away. Okay, so the difference between answer choice A and answer choice B, let's go ahead and take a look. We're going to subgenius map the rest of answer choice A and B. Runa out. And now what we're going to do here is we're going to look at the main difference between A and B. We already know it's an unidentified narrator in both. So when you look over here, these answer choices look virtually the same, except here in answer choice A, it's father versus Adam. Now, this turns into a mystery question. We're going to go ahead and we're going to try and finger scan for where they talk about Adam and father. Keep in mind, in Junior Genius, we focus on nouns and verbs. So the two answer choices that are remaining, answer choice A and answer choice B, the main difference is father versus Adam. So those are the nouns. I come over here and just simply try and find them. Here in paragraph number 1, I see Adam and dad. Dad is a synonym for father. So it looks like the dad is planting flowers. All right. And we just kind of keep coming down over here. We keep looking. Here's Adam. We keep coming down over here. We're just looking for father. You can see that they start talking about him and son. Son is related to father. And it isn't up until this paragraph right over here that we actually see on line 45, we see father. And it says father had fallen in love. Father is our noun, and fallen in love is going to be our verb. Okay, we go down a little bit further to continue to clarify that. On line 56 right here, it says he, which is the father, and the verb on this one is preferred. All right, so these are things that are kind of in a person's mind. How do you know they fell in love? How do you know what they preferred unless you could actually think like them? On line 70, I just clarified here, he again is the father and missed the old house. So obviously, you know, the answer choice here is going to be dealing with the father. Problem number 2 is a big picture question. The passage can best be described as an exploration of a. First thing I do is I come over here, I subgenius map, family, family, husband, mother. All right. For me, I would probably map this out first, and then I'd answer mystery and line reference and come back. When you do that, you're going to see that this passage is about Ruma, and the passage is about Adam, and the passage is about father. So right away, you know, mother, probably off topic. Get rid of that. All right. So here, it's the relationship with husband and wife, but we still have Adam and Ruma. So I feel like that's not exactly what it's about. All right, we obviously can get it down to 2. Then if you look at the 2 remaining answer choices here, we have disagreement using the good stinky rule. That's negative. And then over here, it looks like shifting dynamics. That's a little bit more positive. All right, positive to neutral. What you do then is you just simply go into the passage and hunt around and see what the theme is. Is it positive or negative? Let's have a look. As you come in the passage, you just kind of start glancing around here, thinking about the good stinky rule. Is it positive or negative? Okay. So we got torture. That's probably negative. She didn't feel tortured any longer. Okay, so now it switches. All right. For heaven's sakes, your father knows him all your life. Okay, kind of sticking up for the father. As you come down over here, it looks like this kid's getting a bath. He helped get pajamas on. Okay, he went to sleep with the father's help. If you look over here, you just kind of scan around and look for nouns and verbs, and you can basically see that the father is, doing some stuff here. I feel like just by looking around in here, you're going to see that it's primarily pretty positive. So that's going to lead you with a positive answer choice in this particular case. I'm going with answer choice G. Problem number 7, in the context of the passage, details about toys, pens, pencils, and pennies. In the ground mainly serves to indicate what? It's a mystery question. Let's go ahead and try and find these keywords. As we hunt around finger scanning or just looking around for those keywords, you're going to see that it's tough. Probably got this problem wrong because you didn't find those words. It's hidden down over here on line 81. Here we have toys, pens, pencils, and down over here, pennies, and it says they're stuck in the ground. So this little boy has a plot of land, and there's some dirt there, and he's going to plant the toys, pens, pencils in the ground. All right, so what does that mean? Let's look at the answers. A little boy planting pens, pencils, pennies in the ground is just basically emulating an adult. All right, seems to me like it's positive. Looking at the word selection in the text area around line 80, you can see here often leaves things in the backyard. I feel like that's negative. Answer choice B, has more work to do in order to clean up. That's negative as well. Neglected, that's negative. And here, inspired by the grandfather to start a garden. Garden and dirt. D is the correct answer. Go ahead, pick your keyword, find it, use the good stinky rule, and emulate that as you go into the answer choices. Problem number 11 is a line reference question, and we're dealing with the 4th paragraph, line 33 through 45. That's right here. Best thing to do is start with the topic sentence up here, and you see that we've got a pirate flag. It even tells us that we are going to shift. Pirate flag, shift. They're going to make a transition from one thing to the next. So what are we shifting from? We're talking about the Minoans up here. And now we're going to shift into something else. Prove the training ground, nursery school for those sailors who at that time was an inevitable part of progress, would prove more daring. So the sailors are more daring, and sailors are more daring because they're in ships. Correct answer on this one is going to be answer choice B, because sailors are daring in their prowess on their ships. B for 11. Probably just read a little bit further. Problem number 16, which of the following statements about Minoan sailors is most strongly supported by the passage? It's a mystery question. Let's go ahead, try and find this word. Minoan. Why? It's capitalized M, should pop off the page pretty easy. I'm looking for the keyword, so I just simply start at the top trying to find it. Here it pops off the page pretty fast. Minoan. I noticed down here that there's a pirate flag on line 11. Answer choices have a tendency to fall around these words. So if you got this wrong, you probably didn't read far enough. Here, they worked only by day. That's going to give you the correct answer choice here for answer choice H. They sailed only during the daytime. Answer choice H. Problem 17, the passage states that according to many people, the fatal blow to the Minoan ambitions occurred when? All right, it's a mystery question. Now we just have to find one of these words. This word right here I feel like is pretty general. So I'm going to go with fatal blow. That's more like a noun. So I'm kind of looking for this word. Now this is a great question if you did get this wrong, because you're going to see some of the tricks on ACT and how they use them against you. Let's go ahead, finger scan or find where they talk about fatal blow. So if you got this wrong, you probably couldn't find the keyword. So here's a trap on the test. Remember, the definition of a mystery question is it's hard to pick the right word and find the right area. So here we see the word fatal and blow. They're both cut in half, so it's doubly hard to try and find that keyword we're looking for. And also keep in mind that these words that are hidden on the side here are very, very unfriendly for your eyes, okay? So once we found this keyword here, now you see that we're dealing with, again, a cut in half thing. Santorini, Greek island, Santorini. The answer choice itself is cut in half, and the keyword is cut in half. It's a double cut in half choice. Answer choice D for 17. Keep that in mind as we move forward. Problem number 19 in the passage, what contrast does the author establish between whatever that word is, ships and Western ships? It's a mystery question. Notice how I was just blowing through that. I didn't worry about the pronunciation. We don't have time to worry about whether we're going to pronunciate that or not. Just the P ships versus the Western ships. All right. So I know the whole passage is about these guys. So I'm going to look for this word. Let's go ahead, finger scan to try and find it. Remember, when you underline all your potential keywords, you want to imagine a funnel. Throw your words into the funnel and think about which one of those words would fall down to the very bottom of the funnel and be used the least often. Since the passage is about these guys, you can see that this is the superstar word we need to find. Let's go ahead and try and find Western. The key word I'm looking for is capitalized, so it should pop off the page pretty easy. Here it is right here. I found it on line, 68? And now I'm just looking for the beginning of that sentence up here. And it says that they're deliberately intimidating. Let's go ahead and look for an answer choice. There it is right there. Intimidating. A for 19. Problem 25. Problem 25, based on passage B, compared to photographic portraits, painted portraits are like what? It's a mystery question. Make sure that you go to the right area in passage B. And we're looking for painted portraits or photographic portraits. Now, just thinking about these passages and how they're related, Francis Bacon was from passage 1 dealing with photography. I feel like these portraits, the painted one is going to be the one word that probably is going to be the word that we're looking for. All right, let's go ahead and find it. So a couple things about these double passages. You're going to see that the title here is going to be at the top for passage A. But for passage B, they always put it down here at the very bottom, so it's kind of tricky. They'll never put it up at the top here, okay? So that means that we're going to look a little bit down there, and then also we're going to look up here for passage B. Now, remember what we're looking for. We're looking for portraits and photography. So I see photography right here and portraiture with a pirate flag. Pirate flags tell you the answer is going to be right around there. It says photography is concerned with capturing in the moment. To answer this question here for 25, we see that word but. It's going to lead us to the answer C, represent the subject over time rather than just one moment. Here it is. It's pretty much verbatim. Find your keyword and then simply Scooby-Doo it into the answer choices in a very easy synonym style. Pirate flags tell you answer choices are going to be right in that area. So be aware, but yet, however, although those words tell you, hello, answer choice is going to be right around here. Problem 27, according, it tells you right away that word. That's going to be mystery question. We're going to look in passage B. Compared to art museums, underline that's a noun. The era modernism, we underline that, and art museums again. All right. Mystery question in B, we're looking for modernism or art museum. Let's go ahead and see if we can find either of those words. As we're looking for those key words, I see over here on line 84, mod, Ernest. Once again, that word is cut in half, and I see museums on line 85. That will lead you to the correct answer here. Answer choice B, more likely to feature previous neglected artists. The abandonment and neglected, that's a Scooby-Doo synonym. Correct answer 27, B. Problem 30, based on both passages, can be reasonably inferred that such during Neil's career, figurative portraits, such as her, generally conspired to art establish what? It is a double mystery question. We're going to have to look in both passages. And I'm going to go for this figurative portraits. Let's go ahead and see. All right, so in passage A, we're looking for our keyword is figurative portraits. I found that on line 24. All right, and here it is right here. It's another one of those words that's cut in half, figurative artist. All right, and now let's use the good stinky rule. It's against fashion. It's negative. And now we're going to go into passage B and try and find that as well. All right. So we have figurative portraits, and I found portraiture here, and it says it's relegated to a minor art. That also is negative. Let's look at our answer choices. As we look at our answer choices, passage A, we said that the main thing there was against fashion. Passage B was a minor art. You can see both of those are negative. So we can cross out positive answer choices. Answer choice F, sophisticated, that's positive. Glance at the other ones, unfashionable and against fashion. It's pretty easy Scooby-Doo synonym. Difficult to understand and against fashion, that's off topic. Deserving more attention and a minor art and against fashion, off topic. G is the correct answer on that one. Problem 32, one of the main purposes of the passage is it's a big picture question. So we're going to have to look at our genius map. All right. Before we do that, let's do a sub-genius map. Okay. So answer choice F, we're going to go ahead and underline the nouns. Okay. So we have alchemy, noun. G, scientific experiments, noun. Chinese science, noun. And chemical elements, noun. These are the nouns and the answer choices. And so one of these is going to be a Scooby-Doo synonym for all of the topic sentences. Let's quickly go down and take a look at all of our topic sentences and see, is it indeed about alchemy, scientific experiments, Chinese scientists, or chemical elements? As we look at our topic sentences on our genius map, you're going to see here paragraph number 1. It looks like this person is system of weights and measurements. Okay. Over here, it looks like now we're talking about boiling water. Over here, weight is the key. Water was the basic element. Chinese alchemy, we make a turn here. Cinnabar. And then here we have ancient Chinese alchemists. Okay. So here we've got alchemy. And we've got alchemy in 2 places, but that doesn't match with over here because this guy, Antoine, is definitely not Chinese. So when you look at your answer choices, you got to keep in mind we've got Chinese alchemy and then this, and then there's an experiment with weights, but boiling water is not really dealing with weight. So I feel like weights, water, that's 2 things. And then we've got water again. Chinese alchemy, that's 3. Here's the cinnabars, 4. And that's repeated. So it looks like there's 4 different things on here. Let's look at our answer choices. All right, from our subgenius map, remember we said alchemy, scientific experiments, ancient Chinese science, and chemical elements. All right. Right away you saw alchemy. That's too narrow because that only comes from two places. It's out. And Chinese science, that only comes from two. Chemical element, that came only from one paragraph. Chinese alchemy and water and that other stuff is all about science experiments. So G for 32. Remember, look at your genius map and sub-genius map your answer choices by highlighting what you think the main noun is in each answer choice. See how we had an understanding already before we went in what we were looking for and what was off topic. Problem 34, based on the passage, Lavoisier, hydrogen and oxygen experiments, ancient Chinese cinnabar experiments are common that they both have what? All right, it's a mystery question. So I feel like this is too general. I'm going to look for oxygen and hydrogen and then the cinnabar. Let's go ahead, find them. We can think of this problem as a double mystery question. We're looking for oxygen and hydrogen here, and we're looking for cinnabar. Okay, so once we find this first thing, we read this. It says he mixed oxygen and expected an acid. He got the water through the barrel, the iron spitting the water back into hydrogen and oxygen. So he mixed it and then it remixed back into what it originally was. Here, it looks like the cinnabar mercury sulfur dioxide. They found the mercury sulfur dioxide substance, which can be sublimated and then sublimed into its original state. They had it, they mixed it, and it went back into what it originally was. Let's look at the answers. Yep, there it is right there. Answer choice H, transforming the substance into a different form and then back to their original state. Double mystery question for 34. Problem 35, the main purpose of the first paragraph is to introduce what? Okay, so here this is kind of a hybrid. It's kind of like a line reference, but kind of like a mystery. I usually start with the topic sentences and then go down from the topic sentence in the paragraph they tell you to go to. Look for pirate flags, and sometimes you got to read a little bit further. Let's go ahead and take a look. All right, so here's the first paragraph. I start with the topic sentence. Antoine, 1743, blah, blah, established a system of weight measuring, metric system, lived through the early turmoil of French Revolution, and was a pioneer in scientific agriculture. All right, also he's called the father of modern chemistry. All right, so he's a pioneer, one, and father of modern chem. Let's go ahead and take a look at a Scooby-Doo synonym for that. So from paragraph 1, he's a pioneer and father of modern chemistry. Using the good stinky rule, we know the answer choice has to be positive. So we can go ahead and cross out stuff that's negative, describing contributions of science and the French Revolution. That noun is off topic. Noting his varied accomplishment and historical perspective. That feels like it's on topic. Accomplishments, pioneer, father of modern chem. Questioning his title, he never did that. That seems like it's negative. And answer choice D says suggesting that his pioneering work in scientific agriculture brought Europe out of the Dark Ages. Dark Ages, never talked about that. Off topic. Answer choice A for problem 35. Kids, thanks for watching. Bye for now.